indeed my pleasure to welcome Ravishankar Prasad, the Cabinet Minister for Law and, of course, IT, joining us right here on ETNOW. Thanks very much, Mr. Prasad, for being with us. It's a budget that has got a thumbs up from most people we've spoken to, especially the Indian markets that closed as a sea of green. They were nervous, and it looks like some of those fears were unfounded for. Has the budget, though, done enough to boost demand, sir? That is the question that a lot of people are asking, and who better than you to answer, because you don't just dabble in policies in New Delhi, but you also have a finger in the pie in places like Bihar.
You know, Supriya, let me tell you very honestly, you have to see this budget in the entirety. Surely market is happy, we are happy too. But for me, the real index of happiness is on the smile on the face of the common man, the farmer, the middle class people. And kindly seen sheer number, 10 lakh crore for rural credit. 1,87,000 crore for rural infrastructure, and almost 4 lakh crore nearly for other infrastructure. You understand the sheer meaning of it, the enormity of it? The government is boosting demand in the country to accelerate the economy. That is the first primary focus of this government, this budget. And the second issue I would like to highlight very briefly is, it is a very conscious attempt to make Indian economy transparent, honest. Because Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a transformative leader. His government is a transformative government. And since I am handling as an IT minister those issues, we linked up about 26 crore, the Jan Dhan account through mobile linked to their Aadhaar. Started delivering all the subsidies like your gas subsidy, the ration, the MGNREGA payment. And surprised to know we have saved 36,000 crores, which used to be pilfered by middlemen or fictitious claimants. Right. The thirst of this budget is to increase digitization more in digital payment. I'm happy as an IT minister.
Absolutely.
And we are also creating infrastructure for that. One thing more, you may have heard about it, and let Economic Times viewer know it. In the last 1.5 years, 72 mobile manufacturing factories have come in India. 42 mobile and 30 component manufacturing.
I was actually just going to ask you a question there. I was going to first ask you on digitization and then on that avenue of job creation. My question on digitization, sir, has to do with the efforts that your ministry has made. It's important to ask you here, do you believe this budget will put an end, or will at least encourage more digital and less cash? You're putting a blanket ban on cash payments of over 3 lakh rupees. Is that fair in an Indian economy where, at least in the rural areas, transactions are cash-based?
I totally agree with you, but rural people have their own crop. They have their own infrastructure, from oil to ghee to everything, that they don't need CAD for their proper daily existence. And as far as other things are concerned, we have permitted 3 lakhs. I don't think 3 lakhs is a small amount, isn't it, Supriya? But what is important is we talk of less cash, not cashless. Migrate towards digital payment to make India, and this has to be put in a context. Before I came, you were talking to a gentleman about the tax proposals. Now, just can you believe, out of the companies of 5.97 lakh companies which have filed returns, 2.7 lakh companies have shown zero returns? No, nothing taxable at all. How is it, Supriya, that in a population of 125 crore plus, only 24 lakh people will show income of 10 lakh as more for taxable income? Is it fair? Therefore, these are important issues to be appreciated.
Right.
And therefore, this whole stress on digitization is to be seen in a larger context of India becoming a digitally empowered, honest, transparent economy.
Your government also came to win the way it did in 2014 on the back of job creation, and that's the promise that you made. Some of the steps in this budget, many people believe, will at least boost job creation, and one of them is, of course, mobile manufacturing that you alluded to just a while back. What are the other avenues that you have identified as far as job creation is concerned? Because everything does boil down to growth, development, and jobs eventually, and job creation has been rather slow, sir.
Let me clarify. In mobile manufacturing alone, we have given direct job to nearly 75,000 people plus, and indirect job to about 2 lakh people, roughly 3 lakh people. IT sector is already doing there. This whole common service center today, yesterday in the presidential address it was mentioned about. We have given job to 5 lakh young people who are giving digital delivery of services in the hinterland, rural areas, semi-urban areas. Manufacturing we are encouraging in a very big way. Do you know today, Honorable the Finance Minister mentioned about that number which I had occasion to share with you earlier. 1,26,000 crores of investment proposals have come only in electronic manufacturing. And before our government had come, madam, it was just 11,000 crores. Now, once this manufacturing process starts, from mobile to automobile electronics, to defense electronics, to medical electronics, to your various solar power plants and others, all these are job-creating units. Plus the services. The digital economy of India, Supriya, is going to become a $1 trillion economy. Startups. India is becoming a big center of startups. We have surpassed China. You may have seen about a week ago a big story in Times of India. That is unicorn startups, namely a startup dealing with 1 billion and plus of transaction. India is picking up very fast, has become fourth in the world. Therefore, allow this digital process to unfold in its entirety, and there will be big number of job creations from manufacturing to digital initiatives, both.
Just to take a cue away from jobs, sir, I have a question that some people did pose. MGNREGA, the MGNREGA allocations have gone up many-fold to almost 50,000 crores now, 48,000 really, and this is the highest ever allocation made. If I may take the liberty to ask you this question, has this been done because there is a lurking suspicion out there that things could be slow as far as the rural economy is concerned? Things may take a while to come back to pre-November 8 levels, and which is why MGNREGA will have to be relied upon to boost rural demand.
Just to clarify you, even in the previous budget, the allocation has been increased much before Note Bandi, on 27th of February to be exact. 28th February to be exact last year. Therefore, even in 14 it was raised, in 15 it was raised, or 16 it was raised. What we have put the caveat? The caveat is it must be backed up by tangible assets. And today in the speech, the Finance Minister has clearly stated about 5 lakh tanks have been constructed, others we are going to increase. Therefore, this is a part of the process. You must understand, it was started by the previous government. It had become a complete jumbled up things of massive scam on the ground. Nothing tangible assets. We are saying we'll give you money to create jobs. Poor people must get all the benefits, but you must come with real tangible assets. And that's how we have completely metamorphosed the entire architecture in quest of a better delivery. That's one thing. But I would differ with you when you say rural economy is not that bad. You are one of the senior journalists who has been following the growth of e-commerce in India. When I was handling postal department, we had occasion to interact. When I put all my postal network of nearly 1.5 lakh post offices in delivery of e-commerce goods, and where the catchment is coming, the rural India, northeast, hinterland, everywhere, the rural market who do not have a mall, who do not have a big shop, but have the Indian aspiration of goods. From jewelry to dress, to books, to medicine, to even mobile phone, gadgets. And there, these, I would say this rural mood is coming because of only aspirational hope, which is completely transcending India under Mr. Modi. You must need to understand that. But MGNREGA is equally important for poor people, underprivileged people.
Mr. Prasad, you're a political being and you've been one for decades. I can't let you go without asking you a question around political funding. The attempt and the aim and the intention is to make it transparent, according to the Finance Minister. But critics say that the norms can very easily be circumvented and norms can perhaps be, flouted at any given opportunity. What would you say to that? Is this the cleanup of an Indian political system, or are we seeing more mess in the making?
Supriya, I will take some liberty with you by speaking in Hindi one line.
Sure,
for your
absolutely.
Kuch karo to pareshani, na karo tab pareshani. What is this? The Prime Minister Narendra Modi has shown exemplary courage, which no one could do in the past, to completely cut down on cash component of funding part, just 2,000 as the Election Commission recommended. And you know, the viewers of ETV needs to understand the rationale of this electoral bonds. the check payment has completely failed because the donors are reluctant to disclose their name. If they gave this amount to party A and less to party B, it used to create problem for them. This whole electoral bearer bond is what? It is basically designed for a political party to purchase the bonds, encash it at one bank assigned bank account. It is a very revolutionary step in the quest of a proper funding. And surely, a funding beyond 2000 is prohibited. It will have implications also. The election commission will be tough. So in a way, it is a great initiative to transform the entire polity of India. Those who are used, I'm sure my friends from the opposition will be asking questions about it. I can understand their discomfort, so no problem. But they will have to learn to live with this.
All right, learn to love with discomfort as far as Indian economy gets transparent. That's the view coming in from one of the most senior members of the Union Cabinet, Ravishankar Prasad, in an exclusive conversation with us right here at ET Now. Thanks very much for sparing time. We take a quick breather and come back with more markets right here on ET Now.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.